Yo. I just got out another rehab clinic, that's an admission. There's a lot of shit I haven't addressed in active addiction. Come on, sit back and listen, I'm not a mathematician, but it's shocking adding up all the plastic cups that I've pissed in. All the staff and clinicians asking about prescriptions, having a chat about my past habits and bad decisions. I'm a fuck up who ended up twisting caps on a mission, blacking out in my bedroom.
All right, we're back. We got a very famous local food blogger on the page, on the Instagrams, TikTok as well. I'm sure all the mediums, right?
It's me.
Mike from. What'd you eat today, sir? We're gonna get into all that. A little housekeeping first. Matt Fitzmaurice, Daniel Gillis, friend of mine.
Introducing us.
It cracks me up though because the reason it's like an inside joke for myself. It's that. Turkman Ants podcast. One time they fucking they got a guy who's a consultant just to fuck around with him. They were like, "What do you think of the show?" And he was like, "Didn't know it's like a huge show." And he's like, "You got to reintroduce yourself every show so people know what they're listening to." All right, so we got a big week on deck. Patreon parties on Saturday.
Yes, sir.
3 p.m. It starts here. Then we're gonna go to the IA around 7.
Yep.
We're getting beefs from Bella's. You've been to Bella's, right, Mike?
Best beef around.
There you go. See?
Fucking go.
We're getting beefs from Bella's. We're getting bar pies from the South Shore.
Yeah.
Where's he getting them from?
Linwood.
Linwood, yeah.
That's the only bar pie I ever had.
Yeah.
Really?
Not a huge bar pie guy.
No?
I'm a North Shore guy.
It's
It's a South Shore thing.
it's fine.
The South could keep that.
Yeah, if that's your best
That's
effort.
what Brendan was saying. If you hang your hat on bar pies, you fucking got worse problems.
You know what,
Yeah,
though?
like,
Majority of them
good.
know.
Yeah, not bad.
The majority of them know that. That it's like,
I
it's,
think so.
yeah, I'm,
Oh, dude, it's good bar food when you sit at a bar. Like I would eat it, but
I like,
it's not
I
like,
like the cool little personal pizzas, but I don't know. I like a New York style a little better than a bar pie.
Oh,
yes,
absolutely.
100%.
Yeah.
So we got that going on, right? That's happening. We want to thank Al who came on last week.
Yeah, great show.
Elbow.
Al's the man.
he's the fucking best.
He's been fucking professionally trolling me since. We've been on a text thread with him. He left a voicemail, and I'll respond to his message that he left on the voicemail. So also, I wanted to give a shout out because I've been listening. I've now caught up the last 6 episodes of their show, Bad Brain. If you ever wanted to watch a reality show or listen to a reality show about what a Boston family is like, this is what you should be listening to. They are just at each other's throats the entire time. The reason they can't get reels up is because they'll his cousin Justin will cut a reel and they'll be like, "You have no comedic time," and that reel fucking sucks. So they don't get shit up. It's great. It's awesome. Never change. Bad Brain. So and he may be there, I think, for the Patreon party.
Nice.
I think he said he was going to come.
Yeah. They also in the last show were talking about how the kid Justin, his cousin, was like, "We should start a Patreon." They're like, "That's a dumb idea." And then they came on here. They're like, "This kid's got 70. They have 70 people on their Patreon." And Justin's like, "I told you." Yeah. And he's like, "Yeah, well, maybe it wasn't that bad of an idea, I guess, Anyways, so we get that, and then that brings us a little bit up to speed, I guess, right?
21st of December.
Ugly Sweater Party.
Ugly Sweater Party.
Yep.
Okay, let's talk about this live real quick. Meg from Dot Tavern reached out to me because they want to have us back.
Yep.
They actually wanted us the 21st
That day,
because they're
yeah.
having an Ugly Sweater Party, but
Yeah.
that's not going to work because we're not going to go from there to here. And if we stay there, we're never leaving. So
Right.
they got all new food, by the way. Just a shout out, free ad for them. Dot Tavern. They got bar pie. They got Genty's fucking hustling spuds out of there left and
Jacket
right.
potatoes left and right.
Yeah, Boston
Crazy.
Potato Heads, I think it's called.
Yeah, I started following him, and now my
Algorithms
algorithm thinks
through
that
the
I
roof.
want fucking loaded baked potatoes. That's all I'm into. It's just
I'm
everything.
I'm gonna tell you this right now about Genty. I've talked about this on the show, so this is not I fucking love the kid. Wildly talented singer, musician, plays the Dubliner all the time.
Yep.
We got a kid coming in from California for this Patreon party, right? He's like, is Genty playing Friday night? I wish I had my phone, but it's taping this right now. The text message is like this. I text him. We had been texting with that Tommy Hod kid.
Yeah.
And then I text him. I'm like, "Hey, you were the doubler on the 15th because this kid's coming from out of town. Wanted to come support." He's like, "Let me check." And then I'm like, "No, this kid's there every Friday and fucking Saturday night, most of the time." So then I'm like, "Hey, I'm bugging you again." Because he's the worst text backer. Or maybe he hates my guts. I don't know. I can't
No,
figure it
I
out.
think he's just.
Text back is crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a wild term. I
Whatever.
think he's just he's aloof. I think he's got so much shit going on.
Yeah.
that his phone is not his priority. I don't think.
Well, I don't know. Apparently, I'm not his priority. I like to be a priority in people's
Brendan
lives.
Ahern is not his
I know.
priority.
Listen, me and Danny need constant reassurance that we're
We
loved.
said that multiple times.
I'm a bad texter backer myself.
Are you?
Yeah.
Okay. We found out.
Even
Good.
my
I'll know
mom-
that.
My mom will scream at me.
So, anyways, I'm trying to get this out to Ginty, but it's like trying to crack. So now I'm on with Meg because she wants to. So I'm going to be like, is Gint? I'm going to find out from Meg. So maybe Dustin fan can go check out Ginty on Friday night. He's
Yeah.
staying in like the Seaport or something.
That's a hot ticket.
Yeah.
It's a great show.
You gotta get it's fucking
Like, I want to
unbelievable.
go. I was like, maybe I'll go meet you there. But then I'm like, if I go meet you there, I'm going to be shit faced. I'm going to be drunk the next day.
And it's a lot. You got to get there early.
Yeah.
You got to get in line.
Food's
He
great.
fucking he brings a crowd.
Yeah, the food's great. It's just you want to meet a fucking good-looking young Irish girl who likes to party. That's where you should go. Basically, the Dublin on Friday night. All right, I got some other stuff too, but we'll get to that. So, all right, what did you eat today, sir? One of the
Today, I had some leftovers from last night. I don't eat good every day.
so how did this start? So, all right, for everybody knows, just explain what it is and.
So I'm just a food blogger on Instagram, TikTok, all those social medias. I do a little bit differently than the other food bloggers. I give it a little more realism, authenticity, you know? Honest food blogs.
Yeah.
Let you know if a place sucks so you're not wasting your money.
Yeah.
Authenticity, as Slane said in the town.
Authenticity. Tough word to
So
say
I've
sometimes.
been a follower since for I don't know like a year or something like that, or
Yeah.
I can't remember when. I think Fitzy showed it to me at first. So here's what I like about it. I'll just tell you what I think separates it because I do follow a few other guys, and girls. It does not feel. First of all, you got some characters that are with you a lot of times. So
Yeah.
you got like a cast.
Yeah, I like to bring in the characters.
Yeah.
Makes my job easier.
Yeah, it's like you got your buddy Stana, right?
You know, Big Frank.
Big
the
Frank.
Girl Felicia, the kid Azalea.
Yeah.
I got a new kid coming on soon. You'll see him. He's like the skinny Big Frank. It's gonna be awesome.
I always like a little cast of characters. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's like that's you
never know
mean
what you're gonna
Stain
get.
is incredible.
Stana just came back in the last video.
yeah.
4-month hiatus.
Yeah, he was gone for a while.
And so what, you can explain why do you call him Stana?
Oh, he shit his pants one day. Back in the day. So, that's where it came from. And then I did one video with him, and I was like, in the video, I said, "This is my buddy Stana." We gave him that nickname on the account that he shit himself. And in the video, like, he took a bite of his chicken sandwich and shit
Drips
all over
everywhere.
it. So then I was like, we got to make that a gimmick on everything. So I was like, you got to be like, he doesn't try to do it purposely, but I'm like, be careless when you're eating. So like sometimes I'll try to be careless and I won't even drop on him, but you know, for the most part, he's getting messy and he
Yeah.
likes to drink.
And then Fitzy met you through doing a beef
Did
at
something with Andy
Londy's.
Ferg at North Shore Beefs.
Yep.
We all
went
met up at
Londy's and Peabody.
Yeah, it was a good video.
So I met Frank and Stana that night, and Felicia.
Yeah.
That was a good time, good
All we
video.
were missing was Dan Bob. Wish he could have came.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I was just there. Me and Danny were just there
seen
with
it.
Dan Bob for Chronicle.
Dude, we made it.
Dude, how are we?
Oh, yeah, we gotta
gonna
talk
be-
about this.
Yeah, how are we gonna be on Chronicle?
It's bizarre.
It's so
I
wild
really wish
because-
my parents were alive so I can call them.
Yeah.
My mother is
I'm
gonna
on
fucking-
Chronicle, dude.
My grandmother would watch fucking
Backroads of Chronicle.
Jeopardy and Wheel of Fortune, and then Main
after
Streets
that.
and Back Roads would come on.
Oh,
she'd
dude.
be like, look, they're in New Hampshire. It's fucking fall. It's foliage. Look
Yeah.
at this. And I'm like, Grammy, I don't give a fuck about fucking fall and foliage. So you know what those leaves are masking?
Yeah. All that shit on the ground.
It's dog poo there.
Yeah. So you guys were on. They shot. I heard you got some serious mic time. They
I
mic'd you
did.
up.
I walked in. I'll tell you right now, the guy started off on the wrong foot. He goes, "You must be the Medford Muffler." And I go, "What did you just say?" And he's like, Malden. I'm sorry, you're the Malden Muffler. I'm like, all right, we're good now. And then he immediately hooked me up to a mic, and he was like, "Yeah, you got a voice that like people need to hear."
Yeah.
And then I did like my own interview and shit, and that like you got some at time with like when we had the
When we were eating, yeah.
when we did the group shit.
yeah.
And then to come to find out, that guy was like in a band.
Yeah, he's like a fucking rock star.
Really?
Yeah,
I-
Clint something.
Clint
Zach
something.
Bryan?
Zach
It's not Zach Bryan. Dude.
That's huge. That was
It
awesome.
was fucking.
Yeah,
it was
it's
cool.
pretty good.
My mother, Anna Hearn's gonna lose it when she sees you two on there.
Yeah.
She's been watching Chronicle, day one Chronicle person.
She's gonna see James River and fucking mayo all over my
Yeah.
face. She's gonna pull yourself together. Fitzy.
Get a hold of yourself, Fitzy.
When you see Dan Bob on this episode, he
Oh,
looks
God.
like a.
They might cut that.
It's the most serial killer look you've ever seen in your entire life.
Dude,
I mean,
Dan-
he has those eyes in him to begin with, but he doesn't say one word. He just inhales fucking beef.
You know how they-
It was like he was making out with the beef. It was so weird how he ate the
He gets
beef.
pretty explicit with
Yeah.
that shit.
Oh yeah.
Do you know how they?
Seen the pictures up at Zeno's.
Yeah, you know, yeah. You know, like when they're like that actor, he can speak with his eyes. You know what I mean? Dan Bob like talks to you without talking. Like he's like his eyes are expressive, beautiful eyes. By the
So
way,
Yeah.
it's funny because I brought it up to him that day, and I go, "Oh, the day that me and Fitz saw him over there," and I go, "Dude, you gotta do the eyes for the camera." He goes, "You know that started because I was it was a nervous twitch, and I didn't know what to do in front of a camera." He goes, "And it just stuck." I go, "Yeah, sometimes it just works that way, dude." Like Stana, he shit himself, and then now he's like, "It's just stuck."
yeah, now he's got a name for it. You
That's
know what I
it.
mean?
You know, same thing.
So when did you start the Instagram page?
January 15, 2019.
Oh wow! So
Oh,
this is like fucking dude, 5 years.
Yeah.
Or four, yeah.
Yeah, so I was always going out to eat. I like trying new food. So the more I did it, I went out to 110 Grill when they first opened on Route 1 with Stana before he was Stana. And the barbecue chicken nachos came out. They were like those tri-colored nachos, dressed beautifully. I took
Yeah.
a picture of it. I was like, I should start blogging this shit. So I just started the blog right then and there, picked the name randomly. I was going to change it, but it stuck.
Yeah.
No, it's a sick handle.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
And like your little avatar, dude, that's that's dope.
I got it from Grand Theft Auto San Andreas.
I fucking dude,
the name.
Oh, the name, yeah.
Because in the first mission, when you go to Cluckenbell, the guy at the counter, it's like, here's your order, sir. What would you like to order, sir? So I was like, what did you eat today, sir? And I was just like, I'm going to put that as the name for now. And it was just like taking pictures and showing where it was. And then it came into the reviews. And then 3 years later, I started doing the videos because I saw other bloggers doing videos. I was like, I should start doing videos. I got a cool like Revere accent. I give honest reviews.
Yep.
My captions are funny, so if I just put those in the videos, maybe she'll start taking off. And kind of did, I guess.
Yeah,
I'd
no
say so.
shit. But it's funny how you think about that because it's like, I think, like anything, it's like you see something, say like I just found you today, right? And I'm like, what the fuck? This kid just fucking. But it's like, dude, this has been 5 years you've been hustling this fucking game and tweaking it and figuring out like what works, what doesn't work. You know what I mean?
A year and a half since the videos. So when I started doing the videos, I was probably at like 6,500 followers. And that was my first video, like voiceover video, was in April of 2023.
Yep.
So it's been a year and a half. Now I'm at 34,000,
Fuck.
all organically.
Yeah, that's
cool.
great.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so that's another thing. You never had like a agent or manager or anything like that.
I just gave my friend like a booking manager job because he went to school for business managing. I was like, start putting together some kind of game plan so we could get paid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I do everything myself.
Yeah.
I do all the reaching out, the editing, the filming.
Yeah.
I do it all.
That was another great thing from Al's podcast when he was telling him that we cut the reel like the next day.
Yeah.
And Nico's like, well, they got somebody who cuts reels. He's like, yeah, the guy on the show cuts them. Like, he's like, fuck off. Like, so you do it all yourself. And then like, so do you have a schedule you set for yourself? Like as far as like this month, this is what I'm trying to get done. Like,
I mean, I just like go out to eat. I probably have 15 videos in my camera roll right now.
yep.
And when I sit in bed at night, I'm like, which one should I do next? If I have time, I'll try to do like one that's going to take a little. If I have like not that much time on my hands, I'll probably do like a roast beef video where it's only going to take me like 45 minutes to pump out.
Okay.
But I try to post something every day.
Yeah.
At least.
Yeah. I saw you were over at that place looks sick. Jason Santos' place. Is it what's the
Yeah.
name of it?
He has a few of them.
Yeah, but what's
Citrus
the-
and Salt, Butterbird.
Butterbird.
And then
yeah.
Buttermilk and Bourbon.
So I went to high school with him. He's a year older than me.
Yeah, he's cool. I like
Infamously
Jason.
told the story that he sold me steroids when I was in 9th grade, and I think they were like Advil. Like, I mean, this is why I have a jack body now.
Yeah, we
you know
all
what I mean? We were all hustling. You know what I mean? From day one. But he's had some fucking sick restaurants. Like,
Yeah.
he's done great. He was on what was it Hell's Kitchen,
Yeah,
right?
he was Gordon Ramsay's sous chef.
Yeah.
I mean, I just found that out recently.
Yeah, he
I
killed
never
it,
watched
dude.
any shows or anything.
Yeah.
I just found out who Anthony Bourdain was like a year ago.
Yeah. Same class. Him and Big Jim Murray from 98.5.
I just
Little known
started the
fact.
shit because I like food. I never watched food channels or anything like that when growing up.
Yeah.
I watched Seinfeld and Family Guy.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
So, do you have? So, if you're going out to eat, right? You and your girl and Azalea, right?
Yep.
Do you like? I'm assuming you're trying to find places you haven't had yet and do it that way.
Yeah, pretty
Because I
much.
saw like when you were in Waltham like a month ago, right? And you like picked out like 3 places or something like that, right? To nail out one day or 2 places or something like that.
There's 3, yeah.
Yeah, 3 places, right?
Yeah.
And then try to schedule it out that way so you have content and.
Yeah, well, I went there to Waltham because I was on Hot 96.9 with Romero and Pebbles and Melissa.
Oh, yeah.
That was the first time I ever did anything like this. I thought I would do more by this time, but it was the first one. And that was
Yeah.
pretty cool to be the first one to be on the radio with them. I
That's
wrote
sick,
to them.
yeah.
So I was like, while I'm out here, I might as well bang out a few places. I knew Carl and Waltham's was like the best steak and cheese, or so they say. I wasn't a big fan.
Really?
It was dry as hell.
I dead serious. I didn't have a good steak and cheese there either.
The only
swear
two
to God,
times I
you
had it, I had a great one.
Albo swears by it. He was
I've
kind of
only-
disappointed with the picture.
Yeah,
I've only
we had
had
that
it once,
conversation.
and it was hands down the best steak and cheese I've ever had.
Really?
So I feel like you probably got a bad one.
Which
Like you
happened?
hit him on a bad day. Did
Maybe.
you ordered it just
Just
straight?
steak and cheese, just how it is, you know.
Yeah, just how they give
People
it.
say,
That's
"Oh,
what I
you got
did
to
too.
order extra cheese." I'm like, man, I shouldn't
No, you
have to
shouldn't
order
have
extra
to.
Shouldn't have to,
cheese.
right.
Steak
That's like-
cheese.
And when I was there, I didn't order extra cheese. I just said steak and cheese,
Yeah,
salt and pepper. That's it.
yeah.
And they gave it to me, and it was fucking unbelievable.
Yeah, mine was. I mean, it wasn't bad. Like it wasn't like overcooked. It just was really light on
Yeah,
the
but if it's
cheese.
dry, that's
Yeah.
The bread was fine. It was like an easy 7.5 at the most.
Yep.
Yeah,
You know?
see, mine was
Ain't no
good.
market basket, but
Yeah.
it was good. It's
Crazy.
the best steak and cheese.
Jesus Christ.
Bucks. Fucking loaded with cheese.
What's your opinion?
On a market basket?
Yeah.
It's a market basket steak and cheese. It's a $6 something. It's serviceable, gets the job done. You're not going to leave mad, but
Yeah.
it's not the best.
No, I know it's not. I just say that because
I
it
know.
is really good for the price. I mean, people get surprised. Dude,
Dude.
like, you go to market basket, get a steak and cheese.
Dude.
It's actually fucking.
Well,
good.
when every other sub is $15, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know.
I got maybe a month ago, my daughter's cheerleading thing, they had like a little get together, and I was like, hey, I'll buy pizzas for you guys. And the coach was like, why don't you get them from Market Basket? I was like, I have money. We can do it. You know what I mean? Dude, I had a slice. Dude, their fucking pizza's bomb.
Everything
Is
is.
it?
Yeah, dude.
Do you ever have the donuts from there in the morning?
Nah.
But hey,
oh, but you know what I
better
have
than
had
Cane's.
though?
The
Yeah,
donuts
Fucking
fuck.
unbelievable.
Really?
The
Oh,
donuts
shit.
fuck.
They're
Yeah.
99 cents.
Yep.
The glazed donut, the coffee roll. I'd rather go
Huge.
there. I love Cane's, but like I'd
Yeah.
rather go
And they're
there.
huge.
Well,
too.
Cane's is gonna cost you fucking.
Yeah, Cane's like
yeah.
$8 a donut.
Yeah.
So it is good,
So-
but you feel
yeah.
like shit for the rest of the day.
So they're 99 cents. They give you a box that's like this big, and there's 4 donuts in there
Yeah.
for $4, and they're like the size of Mike's head.
Fucking good donut.
Yeah.
They're huge.
oh shit.
Yeah.
The glaze is delicious.
Yeah, the glaze is good. My kids love them.
Yeah. I mean, I've never had any of the prepared food at Market Basket, but everybody says it's fucking great.
Dude, I mean, the
So
sushi
Reading-
there, they got Japanese people behind the fucking counter.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So
it's awesome.
the one near me in Reading doesn't have like food. They don't have prepared food. It's just
Yeah,
a
that's the one I go to.
Yeah, it's just a supermarket.
Yeah.
So you can't get subs.
Now, you got to go to the trenches. You got to hit Revere.
or Somerville.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Lynn.
Yep.
Oh, by the way, I
Chelsea.
gotta say this real quick: is that I was watching TV today, and the new ad for Yellowstone came on, right?
Yeah.
And I had forgotten. I'm like, oh man, like I haven't watched this. It hasn't been a couple of years or whatever. And I'm like, there's that fucking girl I hate that Danny loves.
Monica,
the fucking
baby.
the Monica, the fucking
Come on home.
Native American girl.
Love her.
I fell off of that show.
Yeah. Well, probably because of her. Danny fucking loves her. And
She's a
she's the biggest
smoke.
drip that's ever fucking lived.
Listen,
like
we-
she takes the fucking the air out of the room
What-
immediately.
What was that? What was that draft though? It was like the hottest girls on TV.
I don't know.
she
Hottest Native American girls on Yellowstone.
Yeah.
She
I
could have.
forget what it was.
She could have. She could have been a mute, and she would have been still on the list. Like I don't care what she did in the fucking show. She's beautiful.
I don't find her attractive.
She's so skinny, like a bony.
Which you
fucking-
would think I wouldn't love.
She's always
I'm all
whining.
about like give me a
She's
curvy
whining.
Puerto Rican, and I'm in.
Yeah, she's
But
got
she's
nothing
beautiful. I
She's
love
always
her.
whining about miscarriages and shit.
Yeah.
And fucking, stuff that's not really important. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. We love the Native Americans here. Foxwoods is a great place.
Hey, shout out to Chief Wahoo.
There you go. So, all right, let me ask you a couple questions about like your fucking like, because this is what I was thinking. I'm like, you've had way more food in this period of time from different restaurants around here than we have, obviously.
Oh, yeah.
Because typically, what happens to anybody is now we've talked about this. We live in a fucking mecca for cuisine up here. Like you drive anywhere, you can get a
we're
great
spoiled
sub,
up
a
here.
great fucking
Oh, yeah.
beef, whatever. We're
Best
totally
seafood,
spoiled.
beef,
Best seafood,
pizzas,
everything, right?
Italian, Chinese.
Yep.
But
Got
like,
it all.
what happens is you get your places, right? So like for it's Bella's for beef, or it's like whatever your place is locally that you're gonna get New Deal or Durham, right? For an Italian. Well, the way Al's been talking to me lately is New Deal. I'm just kidding. What's your like fucking like if you're like, what are the things that like your deathbed fucking things around here? Like death row.
Umberto's in the north end. The Umberto's,
yeah.
like arancinis and panzerottis from Umberto's, are like
Oh yeah.
to die for. Every
Yeah.
time I'm in the north end, if I find myself in the north end the afternoon, I'll stop there, spend like $30 and have enough food for a week.
I'm about to say that's
If they're not sold out.
yeah. If they're not.
But that Corino's in Austin, their rice bowl is fucking phenomenal.
Really?
Yeah.
What's the place you were at the other day in? Was it in Lynn or Chelsea? It was like a was it a Dominican place?
And Lynn, yeah, Elsie Bagno.
Yeah.
It's probably not how you say it because Bagno, I know is bathroom.
Bathroom. It's one of the like 6 words I know in Spanish.
Yeah, it's probably not that, but it was good. Yeah, Lynn's fucking great with Dominican food.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good Dominican food out there.
I had never had. Obviously, I was raised on fucking meatloaf, and you know.
Yeah, that's why I kind of started because my mother she's Italian American, so like
Yeah.
all we eat growing up was more Italian or steakhouses or maybe Chinese food.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So when I started like getting older and I have a car and I'm riding around, smoking weed, whatever.
Yeah.
I fucking stop at every kind of place. Indian, Greek,
Yeah.
fucking Mexican. I try everything.
That is literally my son's entire motivation for getting his license. Maybe
he can
smoking
go to-
some weed, but
So we can go to Dave's Hot
so
Chicken.
you can like go to Dave's Hot Chicken on his own.
Yeah,
You know what I
love
mean?
Dave's
And,
Hot
like,
Chicken.
it fucking get taken care of, you know. And dude, Chinese food, I feel like I don't have a place right now. Do you know what I mean?
Show
like
you.
I'm kind of a where is it?
Where?
Show you on Route 1. They're really good. Or
Where's
All
that?
Seasons. It's like
All
in the-
Seasons is great.
yeah,
All Seasons is
Show
great.
You's in the Jimmy Stairhouse Plaza.
Okay.
Yeah,
Look at
they're
this.
pretty
Fucking
good.
learning something because I'll tell you
Yeah.
right now, everything that I liked has gone downhill. I'm not going to besmirch names of great establishments on here. Might rhyme with Kowloon. But no, and Kowloon's a fantastic restaurant, but they're on the way out and whatever. I haven't had the best experience there. Recently, I've had the best experience there my whole life. There's a place, Dumpling Garden in Saugus. They were great. They had great soup dumplings. Maggie on the other day, they must be just buying frozen soup dumplings now. Like they totally different
Perfectly
things.
symmetrical.
So I got to find a new place. So
Blue
Show
Calm
You.
is also good too in Danvers.
Really?
I heard about
I heard
Blue Calm
green
is good.
tea's good too in Danvers. You
Green
been there?
tea?
No, green
I don't
tea's in
know.
Lynn,
I haven't
isn't
been
it?
to Danvers. I think there's one in Danvers. There's one on Route 1, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah,
of.
I've been to. Have I been there? I don't even know. It's
The
been a
Lynn
while,
one's
but I have.
on the sign. It says 2 for twin lobsters, 1999 since like 1996.
Yeah.
It's they just
I went to a
haven't changed
strip
the
club
picture.
one time down in what was the one that was down in on the Cape? Everybody's yelling this into their fucking in their car on their way to work right now. They're yelling it into it. We used to call it the Mashpee Center for the Performing Arts. But it was like you walked in, it looked like this garage bar kind of. It was like no, the stage was fucking on the ground, right? And they had twin lobsters for like $19.99. My buddy's like, dude, you think when they get off stage they're just cooking the lobsters? Like, is that who's fucking cooking these lobsters? Like stripper lobsters, you know? Yeah, I think about that a lot because we have that conversation a lot on the show. We all love food, right? It's like, what are you doing if you have like you got one day to live? Like, what's your menu like? You know,
Yeah.
Fitzy, you go McDonald's for breakfast?
McDonald's is my favorite fast food breakfast. Yeah.
Oh, it's kind of like not really.
Yeah.
The rest of the landscape is fairly barren, I would say.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
I've
McDonald's is
been-
great.
I've been cooking breakfast myself recently, but yeah.
Do you cook a lot?
No.
No,
No.
Not at all.
It's an occupational hazard.
Not at
I
all.
guess,
I
right?
was doing cooking videos like before I started doing the voiceovers. That was the only time I'd show myself on camera.
Mm-hmm.
Is when I do cooking videos. I thought they were cringy as shit, but some people liked them. I don't know. I don't like. I'm not.
See, what I like about the videos too, though, is like for people who haven't watched them, is like you'll be like, calamari was on point, and you're like, and then it'll be like, garlic bread sucked. You know what I mean? Like garlic bread. was
Very
cold.
honest.
Yeah.
yeah, I'm honest with everything.
Yeah.
You know, so even if one plate at the
So
restaurant. I go
basically,
to is not good,
I'm
it's
assuming, obviously, now, and like I said, we can edit this or whatever, but I'm assuming places contact you and pay you to go to them, right? But you probably say to them, like, I'm just going to be straight, like, I'm going to be honest in these
just-
reviews.
I assume they already know that.
Okay, yeah.
If they're reaching out to me, I'm assuming they already watched some of my videos. They know I'm honest.
Yep.
So, I mean, some restaurants have reached out to me and paid me to come by because I'm honest. They want an honest review.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I don't hold back.
That's great. And dude, the thing is, there's just like, it's an endless marketplace. You know what I mean? Because there's so many fucking restaurants.
Seems
Yeah.
that way. I've reached out to a lot of places. I was just suspended from work, so I was reaching out to a lot of places.
For your videos or?
I was trying to get paid. Some people aren't answering, or they're like, "Oh, we don't have a budget." I'm like, come on, man. You probably paid the Phantom fucking $10,000 to come through. Give me
Sure.
$2,000.
No shit.
Yeah. No shit. Which is like, I remember thinking that because back in the day, pre-social media, the Phantom was like the only
Hey, he was
fucking
him.
job in town. Or only,
Nowadays,
and I would be like, this is just a fucking commercial. Like, it's none of it's honest because I would watch it.
I
Obviously.
still like every Saturday and Sunday.
was
If
he
I'm,
honest back in the day, like when they first started? I heard they were honest.
They
before.
were, and then all of a sudden, like all the commercials were for like the restaurants that like were on the, and I'm
Yeah.
like, all right, well, I mean, now you know,
It's the same with Guy Fieri and Triple D.
I literally was like, that was coming out of my
'cause
mouth.
it seems like every single one that he puts up is like,
A
this
banger.
is the best food I've ever had.
Out of
Pure
bounds.
flavor
A couple months
time,
ago,
blah,
I
blah,
was
blah.
looking up YouTube videos of guy very bad reviews. I couldn't find one.
No, you can't. And I love that. I love Triple D. I think it's
Dude, I
fucking
can
great.
watch Triple D all day.
And I used to hate Guy Fieri, and my wife would watch him, and I'd be like, "This guy's such a tool bag. Why are you watching this?" Right? And then I got sucked in. Now I fucking
Dude,
love
he's like a
Triple
success
D.
story though. Like he was on like one of those cooking shows, like as like a tryout.
Yeah,
Like, and he was just like had like a small restaurant somewhere, and like he blew up.
He's a
you know what I
cook?
mean? Yeah,
yeah.
But
yeah.
he's like a self-taught. Like he went to UNLV for like business.
yeah.
And he's like, I can make
That's
eggs.
by the way, that's a fraud that we didn't talk about the other day, which is celebrity chefs are kind of a fraud. I think maybe we've discussed that in the past, but like, you know what's funny is I do like those shows. Like, you know, if I'm running out of stuff, it's like one of those weird times of the year when like there's nothing coming out, and like you start watching like the next like it's like barbecue fucking showdown or whatever.
Where
I'll
they get
watch
kicked
that.
off.
Yeah, when they get kicked
Yeah,
off,
yeah.
and it's like they're
was a-
running out of people because it's like some guy will be like, "Oh, I work at like fucking, you know, I've worked at like fucking French Laundry as a sous chef or whatever," and then some guy's like, "I learned from my grandmother," and it's like,
Yeah.
"But I'm competing," and it's like, dude, you got nobody left. You're just like, "Hey, if you ever cooked, like you could be on this fucking show." You know what I mean?
There was a kid on. There was a kid from Somerville on one of Gordon Ramsay shows, and he was making breakfast, and he kept burning the toast, and he couldn't scramble the eggs. It was fucking hilarious, and I'm friends with him on Facebook. I was like, dude, what is your problem? You couldn't fucking toast bread and cook scrambled eggs.
Was it
That's like,
scripted?
I don't think
Was
so.
he just nervous?
I think he was nervous, and I don't know what it was, but it's hilarious because I always talk shit to him every time he posts like the memory.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, you couldn't even scramble eggs, you idiot.
I think that like it is interesting though question because it probably better asked to. I mean, you might know this shit, but like better asked to like a guy who owns restaurants, probably Al, if he wasn't just such a dickhead. No, but like seriously, it's like, you know, beef's a perfect example of this, right? Because we'll get actually. There's a point we'll bring up later. Al's gonna voicemail. I know what's on it. Like Harry, who owns Bella's. Harry's done well in his career already. Like he has never put out a beef that he doesn't think is fucking money, and he's doing it all right. These other places, like they don't have the luxury a lot of times of like being like we're not using the end of that beef. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they gotta make money to fucking pay their rent and fucking do those things. You know what I mean? So I get that. You know, there's a lot of I don't know how they stay in business, but there's a lot of beef places that aren't fucking tremendous. You know, so I think that's an interesting thing because it's like you know what I mean? It's like so many restaurants just go in and out of business, like just like that. Like it's fucking like
No, it's not easy nowadays. So
Yeah.
the economy sucks.
Oh, yeah, it's brutal.
yeah.
You know, for a restaurant that's like something in the North End, say it's like they're probably paying $10,000 plus for the space itself.
Yeah.
Plus you
Yeah.
got the food cost, the employee cost, all that shit.
Yep.
So you got to sell probably fucking 2,000 plates of pasta before you even have a dollar to your name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a lot of fucking. You know, it's crazy.
Yeah.
I
Oh
don't know how
shit.
anyone's surviving.
So do you eat all the food that you buy?
I used to
I see you on that treadmill, kid. You gotta keep
every day, 3 miles.
Yeah.
The amount of food that you review, and I feel like if you ate all that, you'd be fucking
Yeah.
huge.
So when I first started and I was going out every night, I would eat everything. Like I would go out to like maybe a steakhouse, right? And get like 3 appetizers, the steak itself, and a couple sides and the dessert, and eat that all to myself. But now I'm going to like 2 or 3 places a day some days, so I'm like, I can't eat all this.
Yeah.
But if it's really good, I'll probably eat it all. But if it's just like, yeah, I'll eat this later, it ends up going in the trash.
Yeah.
Because I can't eat it all.
Now, do you think you'll ever transfer to like just doing this full time?
I'm open now. That's what I'm trying to get
Content
paid.
creation. yeah.
If I could get paid to travel and eat food, I mean, it's the best job in the
Well,
world.
it's funny, right? Because it's like you think about it. Okay, Fan Gourmet, whatever. Use whatever example you want, right? Like, so now we're in the days of like everything's on demand, right? And I'm talking about like shows and everything, right? So if I'm watching The Penguin on Max, there's no commercials. Obviously, that's HBO Max. But like if I'm watching football, I'm just switching back to Red Zone. There's no commercials coming into my fucking feed, right? So, Fan Gourmet ends up being a commercial for them, right? But like with social media, the way it works, it's like, say your video is hitting 70, 100,000 people, whatever it is. I don't know what the number is, but like just use those numbers. And they're engaged though. Like when I'm watching your videos, like I'm fucking watching it. I'm not doing something else and fucking, you know what I mean? Like I'm not like, it's not a commercial on TV and I'm going out to get Doritos to go back in the fucking, come back to watch the game.
Yeah.
I'm actually fucking watching it. So like that power of like how much more Like you had one video, and I can't remember the place, but like it was up in Marblehead. It was like one of the places you did in Marblehead, and I'm like, I want to go to that place. So like, if I never see that video, like I never even know about that place.
Yeah.
Like so, that like say 70, 100,000 people, whatever, is like so much more powerful than like
For them.
for the ad buy for fucking.
Yeah, dude, it's huge.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. That's why I don't try to charge too much. I know other influencers that have like hundreds of thousands of followers, and they're like 1,500 a video, 2,000 a video.
Yeah.
So even if I had 1 million followers, I'm not gonna charge a small business crazy money like that.
Yeah.
You know, right now I don't even want to charge a small business. If I could start getting brand deals, you know, if I got like paid partnerships with like McDonald's and Wendy's and shit, and I was getting like 10 grand, 20 grand a month from these places.
Yep.
I would just go to their small business for free.
Sure.
But right now I have to charge.
Yeah.
I got a day job, I got a family to do this stuff too. It's like I got no time in the day
Well,
for myself.
dude, that's just another full-time job, essentially.
These videos take 2 to 3 hours some nights.
Yeah.
I'm in my closet. I go to my closet because that's where the sound's dead. So I'm standing in my closet just doing the voiceover over and over.
For a 4-minute video.
Yeah, because if you haven't seen these videos, by the way, and if you haven't seen these videos, like you voice over the whole thing.
Yeah.
Which is great. You know what I mean? So it's like,
Unless Big Frank's in there, then it's like half voiceover, half Big Frank.
Yeah.
Big Frank's too funny to voice over.
Yeah.
Stainer, he's just making a mess. So I just voice over and commentate what he's doing.
yeah. The only ones I really follow now in Boston is like you and the other guy that's the black guy, the black kid.
Want to be stay at home?
Yeah, he's great, dude.
That's what everyone says.
Yeah, he's awesome
I like
too.
I talked to him a few times.
Yeah, he's good. By the way, people were so bullshit when we can't describe people as black and white apparently anymore. They'll be like, that was racist that you were like, that guy's black. How else do you describe somebody? It's like Al said when he's on here. It's like, if you have a red sweatshirt on, what are you supposed to say? Fuck, that's how you describe it. But he's great too.
Yeah, he gives a little honest review.
What are
too.
your like favorite like types of food though? Like if you're just like, you know, you're
Well,
fucking,
Italian is my number one. I grew up
Yeah.
eating Italian.
that's everybody's number one.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody.
Greek food's great.
Yeah.
And it's close to Italian.
Yep.
It's Mediterranean. I've been getting into Indian food. I haven't ate as much, but it is pretty good.
They rip your asshole to shreds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not really a big Indian food person.
I'm still like getting into. I haven't like tried too much.
I haven't
like,
had much
More of the
of it.
basics. I've got like the tiki masala and shit. Like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
I want to get into like the more crazier dishes.
Intense shit.
Yeah.
Like,
I want to try that buttered chicken.
Yeah, that looks bomb.
Like,
That kind of stuff's great.
I've never had it.
I've only
it
had like
looks
3
great
times.
in videos.
dude, you know where they love Indian food? Like
Ireland.
fuck Ireland, dude.
Yeah.
And it's my buddy.
Spice bags.
Yeah, my buddy O'Malley who lives over there. He's like, my fucking kids love curry, and I'm like, so you guys get it all the time? He's like, yeah. I'm like, do you like it? He's like, I fucking hate it. He's like, it sucks, but it's like when you're getting pizza on Friday night, we're getting Indian food. He's like, that's what everybody gets. You know what I mean?
It's definitely not for everyone.
No. Chinese food, American Chinese food is for me.
American Chinese food.
That's for me. That's my fucking like. I could fucking put that shit down. You know what I mean?
I would love to go to other countries and try like their real, like authentic shit.
Yeah.
Like motherfuckers eating mosquitoes and shit. I'll eat whatever. Crickets.
Have you have you gotten any bad backlash from restaurants for your reviews?
No.
That's good.
Well, not to my face.
That's what I'm saying. Like that they reach out to you or nothing like that. No, that's good.
So
I wish they did. Controversy brings in more views.
I agree.
Absolutely.
It's true. It's true.
I
Yeah.
love the hate, but no
Yeah.
one really hates on me. I get a few hates here and there. I wish more people would send hate comments. I should just like when people are hating, that's when they're like, you know, the Roman Foodie, the dude from New Hampshire, he got in the car accident.
Oh,
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
People
Yeah.
don't like his voice. Like I don't mind the kid. I did a little parody on him and everything.
Yeah.
But I like him. I mean, his videos are cool.
Yeah.
And people like his voice is like just something else.
Yeah.
So people just constantly send his videos left and right. And his videos hitting like hundreds and hundreds of thousands of views.
That's-
I think it's because of the voice.
Yeah.
I'm not sure, man.
Yeah, it's
people
like-
think I
it's
hate him
'cause of the
because I did
hate.
a parody. It's like,
Yeah.
no, if you do a parody on someone, you kind of respect them, you know? I grew
Yeah.
up off of like Saturday Night Live and
It's a-
Live in
and-
Color,
Yeah, yeah.
so, you know?
All attention's in a way good attention, unless you're Zach
Yeah.
Bryan.
I mean, he's
That's
doing
bad.
something right that I'm like, all right, I could do something on this.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's do a couple of real quick ads. Let's start with Bella's because you've been there.
Sure.
ahead,
Bella's 1211 Osgood Street. You know where it's at. North Andover, Massachusetts. Harry, Sandra. I talked to my man Chris. He called me yesterday. He was up in the area. He already knew where it was. He just needed the address. Thankfully, I knew where it was. He goes, "Oh, I went to truck driving school around the corner there. It's the same street." He knew where it was. Came back with a phenomenal review for himself. He was like, that was out of this world. I said, I know this. That's why I tell the people the business. BellasNA.com. As we know, it does not stand for Narcotics Anonymous. Get up there, give them a shout, let them know that we sent you.
All right. American Benchcraft. AmericanBenchcraft.com. They had a post today. So these guys do custom leather belts, wallets, ledgers. We know that. Tool bags, canvas, wax tool bags. They do everything for the working man or for the guy who's a fake working man like me. There was some dude on their fucking page today wearing like their working man's belt or something. It was like a cowboy, a real cowboy. And I'm like, fucking badass motherfucker out in the fucking like the Great Plains. You know what I mean?
Friday night, I got a text from my cousin Bridget, who we know, been a Quokka since day one. She got her father-in-law some gifts for Christmas from American Benchcraft. She sent me the picture. So it's obviously working, kid.
Yeah, so use the code Quokka, it's 20% off. You want to do one?
Who am I doing?
I'm just kidding. I'll do Tenko. Teddy, by the way, he loved it when I said he'll renovate your basement, he'll renovate your face. I mean, he's a lover, not a fighter, though. TedcoCM.com. They'll do your basement. They'll help you flip a house. They'll do all that shit for you. Teddy will give you a free estimate. He was on here a couple weeks ago. He's the best. 617-996-6827. He'll be at the Patreon party. By the way, couple other things. We got a new Patreon member, Al. Al's in the Patreon. We got and dude who sent me a message. I don't have his name in front of me because I was like, hey, we're doing these special koozies that we're getting made for the Patreon party. Basically, all the money we're making for Patreon, we're gonna blow on this party. I'm getting kegs, Guinness, everything, food, Bellas. We're getting everything, right? And I was like, hey, if you're not gonna make it, let me know, and I'll mail you out a koozie and some stickers. And this kid's like, I found you guys. He found it through the beef page, I think, through seeing Fitzy review shit with a sweatshirt on.
Pat McPherson.
Let's
fucking go.
He's a firefighter. He's a Beverly man. So I love that, dude. That's like how you want to hear. You know what I mean? Like
He found me, I think, through cheesesteaks because I went to Hornet's Nest in North Andover and reviewed a steak and cheese.
okay,
That was fucking bomb.
yeah,
And he was killing time and saw the video and he was like, oh, I'm in North Reading. I need to eat something while he was doing whatever he was doing.
yeah.
And that's how he found us. And every time, so I don't, are you done with that, Ed?
Yeah.
All right. I don't try to tag, I don't try to fucking tag the show in like beefs and stuff like
Yeah.
that because Ferg sometimes gets pissed.
Yeah.
But cheesesteaks and breakfast sandwich battle royale, I tag the shit out of the fucking show.
Hey,
that's
everybody's
how-
trying.
that's how he
Everybody's trying to
finds.
hustle. Everybody's trying
Absolutely.
to promote out here. You know what I mean? So when you talk about like, it's an interesting thing because I was listening to, you know who Little Mo is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
How
he
you
was-
doing?
yeah,
That guy?
Dude,
To knock off Big Frank.
he cracks me
He
up.
cracks me the fuck up.
He cracks me
You're
up.
talking about Big Frank. So he was on with Garino and those guys on their podcast.
Yeah.
I listened to it because he was all about social media and like how he charges. Kind of, he was talking about that stuff, right? And he's like, I tell these guys, he's like, you know, you're buying me. I can't promise you fucking anything. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if it's gonna bring 20 people into your shop. I don't know if it's gonna bring 100. I don't know if it's gonna bring 2. Like, I can't promise you anything. All you're paying for is like my reach and like my personality. You know what I mean? Because it's an interesting thing, the metrics, right? Because it's like conversion is a big different thing than like, okay, people see it, but how's it convert? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like like we do the same thing, right? We have sponsors, obviously, 5 sponsors, and like, you know, you want your sponsors, people who sponsor you, to make money. You know what I mean? But at the same time, you can't promise them they're gonna.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, it's like,
I'm in the same business with the food blogs.
yeah,
For the most part, people do get a surge in business after I do a review there.
yeah,
I can't promise it to every. I do like a video a day. So
Sure.
I can't promise everyone to do it.
yeah,
But if I rave about it, they get in business. I was up in Burlington, Vermont. I went to Ida's Pizza up
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
Fucking pizza was probably the best pizza I ever had. There's been like 6 people that went up there.
In Vermont?
Yeah.
yeah. I went to school there. So it's funny when
3-hour
you
drive.
did all those videos. That's where I went to college. So I was
Yeah.
like looking at all that shit. I'm like, oh man, maybe I'll, because they did not have good cuisine when I was up there. It was the
I
worst
was
pizza
pretty
ever.
surprised up there.
Yeah.
Food was good.
Yeah.
Where was that place that your roommate brought you to? He said it was the best pizza ever, and you were like,
Oh, Lee Zachary's. He's like, this is the best pizza. He's from Vermont. He's like, I was in college. Like, this is the best pizza I ever had. It's the best pizza in Vermont. And I'm like, this pizza is.
Who was
dog-
that, Rudy?
It was Rudy. Yeah. By the way, Rudy was like, he left that voicemail. He's like, I should have used a blocked number. I'm like, dude, I know your voice, kid. Like, the only person who calls you with a weird Boston accent pretended to be like Spanish or whatever he was doing. He's a fucking character. He's one of the best.
He was on my people you may know the other day on
no, jerk off
Facebook.
to him.
I was like, fuck. I was like, I don't know if I'm ready to click the add friend on that one.
Oh, he's the best. Rudy's the fucking man. Yeah, they don't have good. They didn't have at that time. They didn't have the cuisine that they do now. You know what I mean? They didn't have the fucking reach. How many places did you do when you were up there?
Probably 8 in 2 days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You must be like, at some point, you must be like, I don't really feel like eating right now.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's a drag.
Yeah, yeah.
But I enjoy it. It's fun. Just putting the video together is a hassle.
And so, obviously, the two people who are in your videos the most is Azalea and
Felicia.
Felicia. Unimpressed Felicia,
Yeah.
right? Because she's never impressed. But she's like, is she ever really impressed? Like,
Some people think it's an act. I mean, it's an act.
That's what I
Gets the
texted
people
him.
going though.
I texted him today. I was like, you have to ask if Felicia's really not impressed or if that's what you're at.
No, she actually like is somewhat unimpressed with all like, you know what I mean? Like she's picky with the food.
Yeah.
But she's
Yeah.
not like unimpressed in life all the time.
Yeah.
People think she just
That'd be a
never
sad
smiles.
life.
Yeah. What, does she ever smile? I'm like, yeah, dude, it's a fucking 3-second clip.
you know what's funny is you were doing a bunch of lobster rolls over the summer.
Yeah.
And part of the reason I usually don't get it at lobster rolls is I'm like, they're kind of fucking hit or miss, like, and they're not consistent. Place, you know what I mean? Like you proved that throughout yours. And I'm like, dude, they're getting a mint for these things. You know what I mean? For a lobster roll.
Crazy money.
Where was the best one you had?
Footbridge in Ogunquit. Up in Mass, Rockport, it was the lobster pool. But Footbridge was great.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah.
By the way, congratulations to you and us. 2 big wins. Al will probably say it's because of his rant about the restaurant industry on number 5.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it was a lot of numbers on that video. No,
Al
but he
should
did a
start
great
his
job
own-
talking about it.
Yeah, Al should start his own page with just rants.
Dude,
He's good at him.
he is.
I love listening to Al's rants.
You know what? I was trying to figure out who he reminds me of. He reminds me of early years Bill Burr. Like when Bill Burr was just great at being angry. Like that was like his fucking gig was like he's just gonna fucking shit all over something.
I can see it.
Also the best. He always tells his cousin Justin he complains too much, and I'm like, all you do is fucking complain, dude. Yeah, but that was great that it passed, dude. Because I don't think enough
absolutely.
people really knew. And like to his point, if you're not going out to restaurants, you're like a 65-year-old couple or whatever, and you just see, hey, these people are gonna be getting a fair wage. You're like, that sounds good. Do you know what I mean? Like a moral person is going to be like, well, that's a good. They don't realize there's just some person out there that's being paid to get this on a ballot, and it doesn't have anything to do with really.
No one involved wanted it.
No.
Well, here's
It
the
got
other part.
wiped out. It was like 70-30.
Yeah, but I didn't see. Maybe I just didn't pay attention to it. But did you see any like commercials or anything in favor of like like the MCAS? You had the teachers that were like one side of it and the other.
Yeah.
I didn't see any type of anything as far as like them being in favor of.
I don't have cable.
Well, that's a good point. That's a good point. I don't either. I have YouTube TV. Maybe that's why.
But and like Brendan was saying, everything's on demand. Everything's fucking here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't see commercials.
Dude, all
don't
I
see
saw
commercials.
commercials
I've seen an ad
for
on
was
social
fucking
media or-
Kelly Ayotte and Joyce.
yeah, you're
Joyce,
right.
the lady with the huge mole on her.
Yeah, and that's
fucking
that's New Hampshire, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we get inundated with it.
Why the fuck do
We
we,
get-
have?
we
all
get-
Governor
this?
Sununu
on,
approves.
will you?
Fuck Sununu.
Yeah,
Get out
I
of my
don't give a
fucking
fuck.
TV,
Beat it.
dickhead.
I want to
You
see
know what I mean?
Laura Haley
Talk about a fucking zero.
nude.
Preferably. All right, let's do voicemails now because there's a few good ones here.
All right.
Yeah, just throw those on. I gave myself the shitty headphones. Don't worry.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure.
Appreciate that.
Can everybody hear?
Nope.
You can't hear?
Nope.
You sure?
Unless the volume's down, I can't hear shit.
I don't hear anything either.
You guys both don't hear.
We're good now for me.
You hear anything?
What am I supposed to hear?
Yourself.
Your voice, my voice.
Give me these. Give me your headphones. This makes for great radio. By the way, I won't even edit this
Yeah,
out.
now I hear myself. Loud and clear.
There you go. I got it.
We got it.
It's fucking Mickey Mouse operation we're running over here.
Yo, it's your man Adam Jump Town. You know what I love? I love how I got this phone number memorized. 978-543-8992. We don't know, but we do. Leave your message at the beep. Beep. Yo, your man Adam Jump Town's gonna be at the party on the 16th. We don't know, but we do now. I got coverage at the kitchen, so you'll be there, or we'll be square, keeping the quality high. Yeah.
He also
Let's go Bruins.
he also left a message like 10 minutes later, ranted on something else, and I'm like, one's enough this week. I'm a jump guy. Everybody knows that. I'm a day one jump guy.
What's up, fellas? My favorite subject, food. I'm going to rattle off a few. We're talking beeps. I'm going either Modern Butcher or Bella's. Social Bar Pizza, which is my wheelhouse. Undeniably, hands down, you got to go Linwood. You got to get it laced and crispy. It goes without saying. We'll be partaking in some of that next weekend, hopefully. Italian sandwich, listen, I've never had a New Deal sub, I'm sorry to say.
It's
but
insane.
I'm going Monica's in the North End, or
Fire.
Fitzy will appreciate this one. Tutu's Italiano and
Kudos, by the way.
Kudos.
solid meatball sandwich. Excellent Italian. You can get it on a hard roll. Make bread hot again.
There you
Have
go.
a good weekend, fellas. Later.
What's up, boys? Long time. Since the neighborhood's looking like a video game Silent Hill with all the smoke and ash. Hunkering down in the house tonight. Gonna enjoy to listen to the great Zach Bryan while I enjoy some Twizzlers and get a good laugh as Notre Dame struggles with Florida State.
Fuck you, pal.
Probably have about 20 punts tonight. Gotta give a shout out to Renzo's two teams, Malden Catholic Varsity, for making the playoffs. First time in 15 years. And to the undefeated 9-0 powerhouse MC Freshmen, who might be the best team in the state. Let's go, Patreon party next week. Woo!
Is he coming?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's also a rumor that there's another person coming to the Patreon, I've confirmed, who has lived in the shadows for years.
Coming to
Has
the
not
party?
called for a long time.
Is he
No.
coming to the party?
Doctor Strange.
No.
He's coming
Said
to the
he's
party.
coming. Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah. This kid's been calling in Doctor Strange. He calls in very infrequently. When he calls in, he absolutely drops the hammer. And he's one of the best calls of all time. He was anonymous. I met him in person twice. First time I was blacked out, so I didn't remember. And I'm the only one who knows his real name or what he looks like. So he says he's coming out of the shadows. We're going to find out. All right, last one.
Hey, boys, it's Al. Al from Revere, I think you listed me as. I'm sure you're there with Mike talking about your probably food. You should probably explain your Glenn hate, why you guys hate Glenn so much. Number one. Number two, I woke up this morning, checked Bitcoin. Bitcoin was at $80,000. At one point, maybe 10 years ago, I lost out on 2,000 Bitcoins. That's $160 million, right? Just by going through those calculations. I am still not as mad or upset at that as I am that fucking Brendan is sending out unsolicited pics and expecting people to bet them. LSU last night, he gives a text me, LSU, bet it. I got 5 balloons on it. 5 fucking balloons. If you give an unsolicited pic, it better fucking hit. It better fucking hit. It's not rocket science, okay? He made me put my money on fucking Brian Kelly, that fucking life loser. He's a life fucking loser. He was a life loser when he was born to fucking Everett, Massachusetts.
That's right.
Now he comes and they keep giving him fucking jobs. They keep giving him fucking jobs. They keep giving him fucking jobs, and he can't fucking win. He can't fucking win. He's a fucking bum. And guess what? Fucking Brendan, right? Fucking Brendan taking his time off from going to the people you may know on Facebook has to send me a fucking text. Me a fucking text. Brendan, do me a favor. Next time you think about sending me a text, go jerk off to one of those fucking fat Latina broads that I know that you're looking at on Facebook. Bullshit.
Now, I'm going to say this.
That was great.
I went 3 for 4 yesterday, and I gave him every pick. 75%. I'm like Nick the Greek.
Is LSU the only one he bet?
No, he bet them all. He bet
Oh,
South Carolina, I
really?
think.
Yeah.
I told him Utah late. Utah, it was always Utah. Utah won. Then he texted me this morning. He's like, what do you got like today? So all this hate.
Yeah.
Right? And by the way, I had nothing. He actually gave me a winner. So Al gave me a winner. We made money. We're 4 for 5 today. Going into the final game. We have the under. Doesn't look good already. Yeah, we're on the right track though. By the way, you did Durham, right?
Yeah.
And did you get the mozzarella sandwich?
No, the mortadella.
mortadella.
Mortadella. Sorry, the mortadella sandwich. I think you got that. You got the Italian.
I only got one sandwich there.
What'd you get? Do you remember?
It was, I think it was the mortadella.
Yeah, it was the
It
mortadella.
wasn't the Italian. I know that.
Yeah.
Had stracciatella cheese on it.
Yes.
A lot of balsamic. Aside from that, it was great.
Oh man.
I told Al.
And by the way, in his rant video they did the other day, he's like, the only food blogger I fuck with is what did you eat today, sir? He's He's like, so when you get your fucking, when you try to get them to open their fucking checkbook up and they don't have the fucking money because you didn't vote no on 5, you know why?
I'm on like a huge balsamic glaze kick right now.
I love it.
Dude,
I love it. Yeah.
Yeah?
It was
I-
just drenched in it.
but when I tell you I can wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning and just have sliced mozzarella and balsamic and go back to
Little
bed.
tomatoes
Why
with
not?
salt and pepper.
Yes, but like I don't have my contacts in at 3 o'clock in the morning, so I'm like, you know what I mean? I'm like just struggling. I know what I can see, and I see like the Pastine bottle. I grab that, douse it, throw 4 or 5 slices
It
of
helps
cheese.
with the heartburn, too.
Probably not, but that's fine. You get the ice cream right above.
Quick question for you. So you mentioned, because we are going to the IA after the initial part of the party.
Yep.
All the Irish guys are coming back from like some trip
Buddy,
or something?
it's gonna be a complete shit show. I don't know what it is, but they're going on some bus trip. I don't know if it's a bar crawl. But wherever they go, they always come back in a good mood.
Yeah.
And they can come back from an Auschwitz museum and they're coming back smiling. and then we got karaoke there, which we found out. It's just going to be a complete. It's going to
That's
be
going to be
mayhem.
unbelievable.
Mayhem.
That's a good night of the IA.
Perfect storm.
Yeah, it's a perfect storm. Maggie was like, karaoke, can I go? I'm like, yeah, you can fucking go. Of course. Yeah, that's going to be fucking unbelievable. And then, is there any event there that night in the big room?
Yeah, there's a comedy show, but I don't know who it is. I would have loved to know, but I don't know who it was.
Okay.
I don't know if it's a fundraiser of some sort or whatever, but yeah. So it's gonna be a shit ton of people. Like I said, we're all Ubering because we're adults.
Yeah.
Functioning adults, and we get the right idea. There's not gonna be any parking there. Is what I'm trying to get at.
I got you.
You know what I mean? It's gonna be like St. Patty's Day.
No, yeah. You got to Uber in this situation for us. You know what I mean? Everybody is coming to this. By the way, if you're not a Patreon member, you want to join, you want to come, feel free. Just join this month. You can dump us next month. And just come to the party, I guess. Medicare the other day, who also found us through Ferg's page, I think, Steve Ballou. I think that's how you pronounce it.
It's like the French last name.
He's
Right?
been looking for this. I've had one triple XL pull the cork, and he's not like he's a triple XL because he's a monstrous individual.
Yeah.
Actually looks like he jumps like brother.
Yeah.
And
Nice.
I had one Good Guys Trash People trip left, and we've been missing each other for like 3-4 weeks. Finally met him the other day on Friday and got him his hoodie. So good man. So that's gonna be a fucking unbelievable time. Where's your favorite Italian sub?
Probably New Deal, I guess.
Yeah.
It's my hometown.
Yeah.
I don't usually get Italian subs when I go out. I like to get more crazy as shit.
Yeah.
But I mean, every now and then I like an Italian. I guess New Deal.
Yeah.
I still need to try Durham's.
It's fucking
Oh,
bomb.
it's
It's
fucking
so good.
unbelievable.
I've seen
Yeah.
the pictures.
Great.
What don't you like, food wise?
Coconut.
I'm with you. You know what's wild though is like I'll have like a Malibu and pineapple sometimes, and I hate
Anything
pineapple
coconut,
too.
I can't do anything coconut.
Like you don't like almond
the
joys,
taste.
obviously.
Hate the taste,
What
hate
a
the
question
texture.
that is. He's like, I don't like coconut. I'm like, oh, so you don't like almond joys? Fucking idiot. What a
There's
fucking
really not
dummy.
much I don't like. Peanut sauce. Any Thai food. I love Thai food, but I can't do the peanut sauce.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't even like nuts on it. I like nuts by themselves, but I don't like it on anything.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't like fruit in a salad.
So you-
I mean, you know what I mean? Like
I
strawberries
love a good
and like.
salad. You ever have a pizza roast beef like chicken kebab salad?
I have
when
not.
they're still
I've never
up?
even had a beef for pizza.
Well, pizza's gone now, but
Pizza moving.
no, I'm talking pizza.
No,
Oh.
he's talking pizza. And
Oh, okay. I have had. I did before they closed down. I did have Beachmont back in the day.
Beachmont was always good. Peach was always better, I think.
So I went to Pizza in Revere once. I told the story, I think, but I went there once. Everyone was like, "Oh, you gotta try pizza," from Revere friends of mine. And I went there and I was like, "Yeah, I'll take a junior sauce and cheese." And the guy goes, "Yeah, we have no beef." I go, "Then don't have a sign that says Pete's
roast
beef.
beef.
Call yourself
Yeah.
Pete's Box Root Beer because that's all I'm staring at."
Bob C and my buddy Beard.
Yeah.
They said they went there and they got a double deck of beef from Pete's back in the day, and they said like to this day that's one of the best beefs
Beachmont
they
used to have
ever
double
fucking
deckers
had.
too.
Steve's Roast Beef in Malden used to do the double decker too. That was like a thing. It's not a thing anymore.
All
People
right, so
just-
let's discuss
Bella's
it.
does it.
yeah, but they're
Bella's will
normal.
do, but yeah,
That's what I mean. Like, what are you thinking?
It's like 7 pounds.
I miss Pete's.
I don't want to dodge the question. So it was brought up by Al that we don't recognize Glenn's as being a great establishment.
I'm for beefs. It's not
I like Glenn's
Let me tell you something.
personally.
for roast beef.
Let me tell you something.
But look, I've seen pictures on North Shore beefs of Glenn's and they look not that great.
No.
But when I go there, I can show you pictures. Like they make my beef top tier.
Let me.
And I don't know if it's because I'm I don't
maybe
think
you
it's
guys
'cause
get
I'm
preferential
you.
treatment.
but it's not because I'm a food blog. I've been going there before I was food blog, and they just know me.
But they know
so,
you.
Yeah, so when I walk
Yeah,
in,
yeah.
they make sure like they fucking do that shit to perfection.
The
So
guy-
I don't have bad.
All right, I'm
beefs
going
at
to
Glenn's.
Glenn's on Friday.
Come
I'll
with
do
me
a
and
fucking.
it'll be good.
The guy
When
in there.
I might be able to hit Glenn's in the coming weeks.
The guy in there is a complete sweetheart. Like, I want to give him like gifts
the
at
register?
Christmas. He's a fucking sweet, always nice.
he is nice.
And I'm like, I can't wait to do a video of this, and it's gonna be dynamite. And I open it up, and it's swill.
Yeah.
Every fucking time.
I don't want. I have had a good one there once, and I have only had it a couple times. So I'm talking out of school.
I haven't had it a bunch.
and I don't want to besmirch the name of a small business. So I'll say this: I haven't had enough to really give a true, but I like to be a dickhead and rev Al up a little bit. That's really what it is. I like Mike's and Saugus is good.
Love Mike's.
Mike's is
But
decent.
Al's point, which was the point, is that like down here we're not close to these places like Bella's and shit. Like when I go to Bella's, which is like probably once a quarter, to go see Harry and like whatever, and like we all go up usually together. We all do a bunch of videos and shit. Dude, it's a fucking hike to get up there. You know what I mean? For where we live, so it's like which I'm willing to do because the fucking food's that good.
Nah, I know it's worth it.
Like if Bella's
It's
was
a
around
fucking
the
shame
corner.
there's no good beef in Revere. It's like
It's nuts.
a city that made the roast beef. We got nothing good.
I know. I know. Did you get one from Kelly's the other day when you did your review? You went to Kelly's the other day,
yeah.
right?
I
Yeah.
went there, took Azalea there.
Yeah. The burger's supposed to be
beef
good,
wasn't
right?
that bad, honestly. I asked for it sliced thin. It all depends on who slices it. The beef itself isn't that bad. It's just sometimes they slice it like it's fucking a steak.
Yeah.
They don't toast the roll half the way. They fucking
Dude, their rolls are
skimp it.
dynamite. Like,
Yeah, they use the Panadosi.
Yeah.
Panadosi's good.
it's fucking bomb.
At least it has a bad rep, but they do it to themselves.
All right, I got a game for us, okay? Now, you can't look at the screen, Danny.
I'm not.
So don't look. All right, here's how it's going to work.
All right.
We're going to start with Mike. This game is called the Spice Channel. And how it works is, you're too young probably to remember that.
61.
There you go. Up, down, down. How this game works is I'm going to give you a hint about what spice this is. You get to answer. If you get it, you get a point. If you don't get it, Fitzy can answer, or Danny can, right? Whoever answers correct goes again. You only get a max of 2 in a row, and then you have to toss it. All right? So you're up first. Ready? This spice shares the same name of an attractive redhead who was marooned on Gilligan's Island.
Never seen.
We're
Gilligan's
going
Island.
deep. You better be 55 to answer this question correctly. Do you know what it is, Fitz?
Ginger.
You couldn't get it, right?
No.
All right. I mean, you kind of jumped the gun, but I'll give it to you. All right, you got one. You're up next. This. By the way, I wrote these questions myself. I want to say that I didn't rip them off from anybody.
Yeah.
So give me credit.
Wait, who was the girl on Gilligan's Island? What was her name?
Ginger.
Ginger.
You said it rhymed with that, no?
No, I said shares the same name as.
Okay.
Yeah. This spice is something we all have plenty of until it runs out.
I know it.
Do you?
Yeah.
All right, take it.
It's got to be allspice, right?
No, do you know what it is?
No.
Time.
Yeah, allspice, though. That's a good answer. Once you run out of it, right?
What? Time is the thing you run out of.
Yeah, but if you don't, if you run out of allspice,
If you run out of anything, you don't have it left.
yeah, but it's called allspice.
Buffalo.
I was so confident with that. Dude.
Yeah, you were. It's awesome.
He's like allspice. That was unbelievable.
Yeah.
I don't know how should we let Mike go. Okay.
Yeah, so now Mike's up because Danny
All right,
said
so you got one.
allspice.
You got none. You don't get deducted points
It's good
for that.
spice, too, by the way.
Oh man. God, I'm crying. That was awesome. The confidence that you relayed that with was so high.
Buddy, that was me going to the teacher like, I got this.
Okay. This spice shares the same name of a Patriots player who recently excelled at choking his girlfriend while high on cocaine.
Choking his girlfriend.
You don't know it either?
No.
You got it,
Is it
right?
a recent player?
Yeah.
Peppers.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Black pepper.
Julius Peppers, right?
Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying that to be racist. That's the name. It's Black Pepper.
African
He
American.
also
pepper.
happens to be black and his last name's Peppers. I'm
terrible
All right,
at
you
this
got
game.
one. You got one. Danny, you get to go again.
Danny's up.
Sweet. Redeem team.
All right. If you add the letters D-O to the name of this spice, you could really please your female companion. Or male companion, I suppose.
What, dude?
Do you know what it is?
Yeah.
If you add D-O to it,
Yeah. Letters D-O to this spice.
I was going to say adobo.
Adobo's a great seasoning, by the way.
Yeah.
I got no clue.
All right, Fitzy.
Dill.
Yeah, dildo.
Oh,
Dildo.
fuck, dude, you're good at this. Like, no, like, just like with the questions.
Maggie's like, why are you going through the spice cabinet right now? I'm like, I'm fucking trying to come up with a game here for the boys. All right, so you got 2, right?
I got 2.
You got
I
one.
don't even open
And
my
he's got
spice
one.
cabinet.
All right.
so I'm
I mean, I
terrible
was
at this.
literally going to say dildo, and but it wouldn't have been the right answer. Like, yeah, you can please with a dildo. That's not a spice.
All right, there's 2 more. This spice, while pronounced differently, no, sorry, that's wrong. This spice can also be used as a term to get a favor from someone. This is probably the hottest one.
Favor.
I'm out.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give Mike a fucking hint.
Softball. Oh.
This is a spice used in Indian food.
Oh.
Curry?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nice.
it's a curry favor
Yeah,
with someone.
curry favor.
Yeah. All right, last
Let's go,
one.
Mike. You're up.
At least I got one out of these
All
five.
right, ready? Now, this spice, while pronounced differently, if sounded out phonetically,
What does that mean?
that means sounded out like the way it's written.
Okay.
It's allspice is the answer. Buffalo, New York.
Kids going through cabinets and dictionaries today.
This spice, while pronounced differently, if sounded out, could fit into this sentence. Either of these sentences. I ended up blanking, so that would be where the word is, early, and she wasn't happy. Or it was it was embarrassing for Mark, who ended up blank his pants at the strip club. By the way, that happened to me, not me, but my buddy. Like, we were trying to get out of the strip club in South Carolina, and I'm not going to say his name was Mark, but it might have been. And he's like, we're, like back in those days, like there's no Uber. It's like we're waiting on this fucking cabs guys. Like, we gotta go. My buddy's at the ATM. Like, what are you doing? We're leaving. Why are you at the ATM? He's like, I gotta pay the girl. And the black light's on him. I look at his pants. I'm like, oh my god, dude, Jesus, fucking keep the fucking seed in there. You know what I mean? That was a good game. Fitzy, you won.
No, Mike had 2.
Oh yeah, you
as
had
well.
two,
Yeah,
two.
so we
I don't have a
Finished
tiebreaker.
strong.
Yeah,
Last 2.
yeah, you came out.
Danny had 2 if we count allspice.
It's a tie. It's a 3-way
I think
tie.
we give it to him. That
It's
was
a
a good
three-way
answer.
tie.
Fucking right it was.
Three-way tie.
Confidence was there anyway.
All right, Ben Franklin Print Company. Now listen, our guy Ben Frank. This is our guy. I got him on 2 different things right now. I just sent him a lead for my buddy for basketball jerseys. He's doing I got a special order that I'm not telling you guys about because you guys are getting one of them. And he also is doing the Pulling the Cork Patreon party koozies, which are the same exact design as the beer can from Twisted Fate. By the way, little free ad mixed in here, Twisted Fate Brewing and Danvers. Dave and Dave Farrick coming. Dave Farrick, also a new Patreon member. They're coming in. Farrick was like, Panette was like, can you stop by and pick up a bunch of beers like before the party? So he's going to be giving us some beers.
No brainer.
Yeah, I'm like, yes. What time should I be there? 978-624-7341. Tell them that you listen to the show. You'll get 10% off your order. They do the best fucking hoodies, everything in the game. I just had a long conversation, which was basically just this commercial with somebody the other day. But like, you're wearing that hoodie right now.
Danny too.
That one's like 2 years old now or something, right?
This one's wicked.
Yeah, and dude, all the kids on
great-
top. We're
great
gonna do
shoe.
special. The next big order we're doing Pull the Cork is we're doing hoodies for St. Patty's Day.
Yep.
I got a hoodie for Al. I had one in his size left. So I got one for him. But we're pretty much out of everything else. Actually, you know what we have a ton of, which if you are either small or I think small, medium, or double XL, I think we have the golf shirts left. I might only have one. We'll see. But like, if you have a kid that just wants a fucking t-shirt and you're at the Patreon party, just let me know and I'll just give you one. But that's you want to talk to them. We got one more too.
Yeah, who we missing?
Go.
No, we
we
did
did
Titco.
Titco.
We did American Benchcraft.
Fellas.
We did
Misguided.
Misguided.
Misguided Spirits. We're going to be drinking Misguided Spirits.
Big Bad James.
Big Bad James, our guy. Misguided Spirits, employee owned out of Brooklyn, New York. Vodka, Hanky Dink whiskey. He's meeting up with Jay, who's the distributor this week, and he's got like 6 balls each for us. And I'll give you guys one. I'll take one, and then whatever's left, we'll just be serving drinks. So if you want a mixed drink, you can have that whiskey and Coke or whatever. MisguidedSpirits.com. I'll post this week too their updated list of every place they are, so you can get them. There are a ton of bars. They're at the Quiet Few, right? Is that the place I was blacked out and you saved my life? Yep. They're there in East Boston. You can probably still you can still see the fucking outline of me on the pavement, I think. It happens, you know what I mean? You drink whiskey like that, and it's going to happen to you. You can black out off their whiskey. I have done it, so it works. It's actually effective whiskey. Cool. So, so where can everybody find you on everything?
Instagram is where I'm most active.
Yep.
TikTok. I've been uploading my stuff to YouTube as well.
Oh, it's TikTok. You have YouTube too?
Yeah, but I have like maybe 7 videos. I'm starting to slowly update everything on there. Trying to be on everything. But Instagram is where I'm mostly active.
Yep.
If you message me on Instagram, I'll see it. TikTok.
Yeah, and I think most of the people who follow us on Instagram have seen it because I've shared a bunch of the stories.
I have a lot more like engagement on Instagram, but when people see me out, they're like, hey, I know you from TikTok. But I think it's just easier to say than saying I seen you on Instagram.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Whatever works, dude.
Yeah, I don't care. It's
I
whatever.
prefer
I'll take whatever.
Instagram as a
I do too.
Yeah,
it's
me
better.
too.
as like where I like to like watch it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
TikTok I'm not as big into, but I don't. It's weird, right? Because it is. You see this, I'm sure, but it's like we posted videos on TikTok and they get this massive fucking engagement, and then you go to Instagram and it's not. And then on Instagram one day, like you get a ton of engagement on something, and then it's nothing on TikTok. It's weird how that works. It seems like it should work off kind of a similar algorithm.
Yeah.
They fuck with us.
Like, have you hacked the algorithm? Do you think?
No, I have no clue what the algorithm is. I do videos that like I expect to do nothing, just like pump them out, and I'll hit like 100K. And then a video that I take my time on, and like make sure the jokes are right and everything, and it'll hit like 15K.
Yeah,
That's wild.
it's crazy.
I have no idea how to do it, but
15K is still pretty fucking
Right?
solid.
Little exhilarated. I was like, yeah, who
Funny.
those losers?
Like, I haven't gotten until like recently. I really wasn't consistent. So like, you know, to Al's point, like I really wasn't consistent with it like until recently. And like I remember like our biggest Instagram was like I videoed Danny. We were shit faced at some hole in the wall bar down the street, and like Danny was singing Sweet Caroline.
No, it was Zombie by the
Zombie
Cranberries.
by the Cranberries. And like I was like, and I'm like, there you go. Like we spent all this time cutting these reels of us telling jokes
I'm
on the
just
show, and then fucking
Fucking went through the roof.
By the way, then people like it is funny. Like when you look at the comments, I remember like I'm like I think I said titled it something like a Boston bar on a Saturday night or something. Somebody's like, that's not Boston, that's fucking Malden, the fucking dickhead or whatever. I'm
There's
like,
so many. See you next Tuesdays.
Yeah,
that
there's-
fucking.
But like Mike said, you need that.
no, you do.
So you have people commenting hate, just spewing hate on it, right?
Yeah.
It drives engagement. You
Well, even
need that.
Al's video, like part of the reason that kind of got a lot of traction, I think it was like 40 or 50,000 or something.
Yeah, because people like,
there's people fighting in that.
fuck you, they need $15 an hour.
Al's cousin Mark he's huge with that.
Yeah,
We just found out that was who it was.
We didn't
Yeah.
know
People are always
cousins,
fighting
yeah.
in the comment section on his page.
Yeah. It also now cracks me up that for the original Mark Lewis video that we talked about like a long time ago where he overdosed on weed and he had to have his cousin take him to Melrose Wakefield, it was Justin who took him to
You overdosed
yeah.
on weed?
What's that? Mark did.
shit.
Delta 9 or something like that. Kid got fucking tweaked out. Just always
Sorry.
remember.
He didn't know
didn't
something.
Yeah, yeah,
Seen it.
yeah.
The first time I took a dab, I felt like I was gonna die.
I remember my buddy was like, I remember my buddy told me that. He's like,
You were all right.
That's
You
about it.
slept it off.
yeah.
Yeah, I went to work that night. I was like, I'll do the dishes.
I remember my buddy was like, dude, you this dab will fuck you up. I'm like, I don't need to be doing that type of fucking
No.
mess. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's my first time. The guy's like, yeah, take a hit of this. I was like, he's like, oh shit, he's done.
Oh, no.
Took it like a bong hit. I didn't know you're supposed to one little rip. I was puking.
Were you? Yeah, you're all fucked.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
coughing for like 20 minutes. I puked.
What is a dab? Just like wax?
Yeah.
Like resin?
Concentrated fucking THC.
Yeah.
Shit's some powerful shit. I just stuck with. I don't even smoke anymore, but I just liked a little joint.
Yeah, I was
I don't
gonna say.
like edibles. I don't like any of that.
Yeah,
shit.
it might have been might have helped out when you weren't feeling so hungry. If fucking
That shit had me fucked
yeah,
up.
yeah. I had a buddy who never smoked weed, and then like he got cancer, and luckily he did. He's fine. He's been in remission for years, but he was like, dude, he's like, these fucking lollipops are the only thing that get me fucking hungry. It's like I'm just fucking sucking on these fucking weed lollipops
That's the
all
big
day.
reason why I stopped. I'd get the munchies and I would just like eat the whole entire tab. Like I'll eat like leftovers, then go to ice cream, have a bowl of cereal, eat some pretzels. Fucking
First off, I'm in.
it's crazy. Then I wake up, fucking my stomach's like fucking turning. I eat a bottle of Tums.
All right, so they can find you all these places.
Yep.
We thank you very much for coming on.
All the
joining
same
us.
handle?
Yeah, what did you eat today?
Hell yeah.
Across the board.
And I see you brought a sticker, which we're gonna
Yeah,
put
that's for you
right
guys.
onto. I don't know. Figure out someplace where people can see it in the back or something like
you
that. We'll
want.
figure it out. Yeah. So check him out. Check Mike's thing out, and that's a good place for like. Honestly, it's like you don't realize. I think in a way where it's like. I grew up here. I grew up in Melrose. Right. This is where I grew up. You meet people through like your kids' school and shit. They're like they're not from here, so they don't know anything. You know what I mean? Like they like so if you're like from out of town, like that's fucking money. You know what I mean? To like be able to see like, oh, okay, this place is good. We should check this place out this weekend. You know what I mean? And some people just love fucking going out to eat. You know? I mean, I love going out to fucking eat.
Yeah.
You know?
The prices at the grocery stores now, it's pretty much the same.
Crazy.
You know?
Yeah.
No shit, dude. You know, I noticed is jacked is like Allison here. We talking about Grill 23, and I'm like, you know, I'm booking fucking. I'm gonna take the kids to Grill 23. They've never been to a nice steakhouse. You know what I mean? Like over Thanksgiving, my daughter come home from college, and like I looked at the menu and I'm like, okay. I'm like, we need to sell some more sponsors for this podcast. Fucking before we get to Grill
Take them to
23.
Polana. That's the best steak.
I love Polana.
Where's
too.
Polana?
Peabody.
Peabody?
My only gripe with Polana, and I've said it on here before, you need a flashlight.
Yeah.
It's a little dark.
Yeah. The menu's been the same for a while too, but
Yeah.
it's good.
But Grill
It is
20,
dark in there.
Grill 23 is my favorite, and I'll say it because when you walk into Grill 23, you can't necessarily wear like sweats, but you
Yeah.
can be way more casual. Like I've seen people in there eating with like hats on. Like Tony Soprano would have a fucking heart attack.
Where at Polana?
No, Grill 23.
Oh, yeah.
But it is a high end steakhouse. But they're kind of just like, yeah, we'll take your money, dress however the fuck you want.
I get a lot of comments on that too, the Tony Soprano with the hat, because I wear my hat and everything. People are always fucking like, oh, you look like you just came out of bed.
Well, I'm currently rewatching Sopranos for like the fourth time, and that episode just came on. You take your head off.
Yeah. Tommy's my son's watching. He just finished Sopranos, and he's watched Breaking Bad like 3 times. That was his jam. Now he's like Sopranos is better.
yeah.
He's like it's better than
You watch
fucking.
Better Call Saul yet?
I watched it. Yeah, it's great.
I think it's better than Breaking Bad.
I agree with you. Yeah. Actually, him and my wife just watched it again. Like I think he's done Saul like 3 times.
Really?
He's
I've seen
like,
it twice.
Penguins on tonight. He's like, I'm watching it without you. I'm like, fine. I'm like, all right, whatever. Do whatever you want
I
to
have
do.
Felicia watching it all. We just watched Sopranos and I put her under the wire.
Yeah.
Watching The Douche right now.
We're
Dude,
all,
you just told me that
The Deuce,
fucking
yeah.
The Deuce had 3 seasons. I had no clue. Have you watched The Deuce?
No.
That's on HBO. So
Same people
I,
as The Wire.
Yeah, I watched. Yeah, so I watched the first. It's about the porn industry. How the
Yeah.
porn industry.
Surprise
is
me.
Oh
going down.
yeah. It's
Dude,
good.
it's a great
James
show.
Franco's in it. He plays 2 twin brothers. Maggie Gyllenhaal. Fucking great cast.
It's a lot. Yeah, a lot of fucking stars in it. First season was bomb.
There's a lot
right?
of cumin in it.
And then and then I don't know if they buried like it coming back. I never heard about it coming back.
I don't know. I was on it as soon as it came out.
I watched. You know,
So
what,
I missed
they
the
also
last
did
2
Treme,
seasons.
which was excellent.
Yeah,
Treme
yeah,
was fucking
yeah.
awesome. Yeah, Wire's fucking bomb. Who was saying Matt Ricci was like, if you don't have a spontaneous Wire podcast on the day of the Patreon party, like I'm gonna be pissed. We can fire it.
Sign
out.
me up.
We can do it. We can.
We're Wyatt people over
Yeah, I
here.
mean, we got Bobby Troy coming, so
Yep.
you know, we got
Troy-
the,
We can do that whenever.
yeah, we
I
got the
think it
balls
may
to
be
do that.
arguably better than Sopranos.
It is.
So Wire?
Yeah.
Wire is my number one.
Yeah, same.
I think
Hands
it's
down,
better.
dude.
I think it's the
not
best
even
show of all
close.
time.
Who's your favorite character?
I like Avon.
Avon?
Really?
He's got code, man, you know?
Yeah.
I'm a Weebay guy.
B-Bay's the shit.
We
He's the
is the
best.
shit.
I love
My-
Avon. My favorite cop's probably Bunk.
Bunk's shit.
Bunk is fucking man.
Bunk don't swim.
You know what's funny how you like how when you fall like you just like see a character and you just become super attached to that character.
Yeah.
And then like I would follow whoever the guy is who played Bunk, I can't remember his name, like on Twitter, and it's like his whole Twitter is just all political, and I'm like, fucking Jesus.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to
That's
fucking
why I
read.
don't follow celebrities.
Yeah. I want to follow these fucking political updates all the time. You know?
Separate the art.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, like I do. You know, I'm the biggest fraud in the world, by the way. I am. I'm the biggest fucking fraud. I say that, like, separate the art from the artist. And, like, fuck this kid. Like, if you don't know that about me, like, I will tell you one thing and do another all the time. Like, all the fucking time. Like, Mark Lewis is on the show next week. No, so anyways, yeah, we got that coming up. Check out all of Mike's stuff. It's all fucking awesome. Any places coming up that you're going to? Specific?
Not that I could think of. I got a bunch of stuff, people that message me, so
Yeah.
I just got to figure out the schedule.
Yeah.
I know I'm going to someplace in Dorchester. I'm working with Harvard's Eye. He's like an upcoming influencer in Dorchester, so he's taking me someplace out there.
Oh, you got to hit Todd Tabin, dude.
Yeah.
Hit our guy.
Yeah, you gotta hit
Chinty, yeah.
Chinty, get his potatoes.
They just started like doing food there. So
Dog
he's
Tavern.
yeah.
It's a great dive bar.
I went to
It is,
Via
yeah.
Canuccia in Dorchester. It's probably the best Italian I've had.
Really?
Yeah, Carmelina is like my number one, but Via Canuccia is up there.
Carmelina's is
I
bomb,
love
dude.
Carmelina's.
Yeah.
Via Canuccia is more like authentic. Guys from Rome, fucking unbelievable.
Oh, by the way, we got to do. Last year we were supposed to do a little group like company Christmas party, right? Which we didn't do, right? Because I got COVID that week, or something happened. I was actually on my ass. We got to do it this year though.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll go to Al's spot in La Familia Giorgio. I haven't been in the North End fucking forever.
Give me that fucking pink vodka sauce.
Yeah. Plus, Justin's the
Fucking
Justin's like the manager.
Dumping
of the
over my
restaurant.
head, dude.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
sign me up.
Yeah, so maybe we'll do that. All right, cool. We'll see you guys next week. And like we said, follow everything on Mike's page.
Sir, thanks for
and
having me, guys. It was a
yeah,
pleasure.
follow us, and we'll let you get out of here. We'll wrap up and do a Patreon and all that stuff. So cool. All right, Mike. Thanks. You come back at some point.
Absolutely.
All right, man.
yeah.
And let us know anything we can promote for you. We got you.
Of course. Thank
All
you.
right, peace.